Hi children, good morning to all. Welcome back to SS online class. All of you be ready with your SS content book, SS workbook and notebook. All of you ready? Okay. Did you take it? Your SS content book, workbook and notebook. All of you ready with that? Okay. Okay, let's start our class. In the last class, we have discussed our third block, fun with the family. I have completed that block. I hope you all are completed your workbook and all, right? Someone didn't do. Okay, you have to do, don't be delay. You have to do all the work. Okay. Today we are going to discuss new block, block 4, home and shelter. Block 4, home and shelter. Home and shelter. The first lesson from this block is need for shelter. Need for shelter. Our first lesson, lesson 1 is need for shelter. What comes to your mind when I say home? Where do you live? Yes, every one of you live in a house or home with our family or with our loved ones. We are very safe at our home, right? Yes. What is a home? What is a home? Yes, what is a home? Home is a place. Home is a place which gives us shelter. Which gives us shelter. Home is a place which gives us shelter. We all are living in a home with our family members. Today we are going to discuss about why do we need a home. Our aim of this lesson is to identify the need of identify why we need home. Why do we need home? Do we need home? Yes, we need home. Today we will discuss why do we need home. Okay, all of you take your content book. There is a story. We can read that story. A girl named Bani. Bani's home. That story is Bani's home. After reading that story, we will discuss why we need a home. Okay? All of you take your content book. Okay, right. Content book. First page of the block 4. All of you take and listen. All of you listen. The story about a girl named Bani. All of you listen. Bani's home. Bani lived in a small house with her mother, younger brother and sister. She used to study in a nearby school. Every morning, Bani would walk to school with her friends. One morning, everything changed. Bani lost her home in a flood. Water from the river washed her house away. Now, Bani and her family had no shelter. It was raining, but they did not know where to go. Earlier, their home gave them shelter. Here, what happens to Bani's home? Yes, listen. Once again, I read this story. All of you listen carefully. Bani lived in a small house with her mother and younger brother, sister. She used to study in a nearby school. Every morning, Bani would walk to school with her friends. One morning, everything changed. Bani lost her home in a flood. Water from the river washed her house away. Now, Bani and her family had no shelter. It was raining, but they did not know where to go. Earlier, their home gave them shelter. What do you understand from this story? What happens to Bani's home? What happens to Bani's home? What happened? Yes, what happened? Bani's home got destroyed in the flood. Bani's home got destroyed in the flood. What are the difficulties will face Bani and her family? What are the difficulties? Is there any difficulty? Yes, earlier it is raining. Earlier they have their home. It gave them shelter. But now there is no home. It washed away by river. Overflowing of river water, their home washed away. So they have no shelter and they have no home. They have some difficulty. They face difficulties to find till they find any other place for their shelter. So Bani and her family face some difficulties to find a shelter. Understand? So we need shelter or we need home. Bani's home got destroyed in the flood and their family faced some difficulties to find other place till they get shelter or till they get another place for their shelter. Is it right? So we are also face like this difficulties. So everyone need a shelter, right? Why do we need shelter? Why do we need shelter? Why we need shelter? We need home or we need shelter. What is shelter? Do you know what is shelter? It's a key word. What is shelter? What is shelter? We know that everyone has their own home. It gives us shelter. Home is a place which I already told you that home is a place which gives us shelter. Home is a place which gives us shelter. What is shelter? Shelter means the place which gives, which is safe. Place which is safe or safe place, safe and comfortable. The place which is safe and comfortable for us, that is shelter. Understand? Shelter means place which is safe and comfortable. So every home gives us shelter. We need shelter. Why do we need shelter? Okay, why do we need shelter? Yes, we need. It gives us shelter from rain. Home gives us shelter from rain and shelter from heat. Shelter from heat. And it also gives shelter from cold. Shelter from cold. Then Our home is also protect or shelter from wild animals. It protect us from wild animals or it gives us shelter from animals. Wild animals. So every home gives us, home means the place which gives us shelter. Shelter means place which is safe and comfortable. That means every home, it gives us shelter from the nature. It protects us from the nature or weather condition, or it protects us from the wild animals. That means it gives us shelter from rain, it gives us shelter from heat, it gives us shelter from cold, and also gives shelter from wild animals. Some of the people who have no houses, what would they do? What is the condition of the people? They can live in a safe place? No, they are not able to live in a safe place. They won't get safety from the weather condition. They won't get shelter from the weather and wild animals, those who have no house. So we need a house for shelter. Okay, we have read the story about Barney. They have some difficulties. How can we help that kind of people? They have some difficulties to find shelter. How can we help the people, those do not have shelter? How can we help them? Yes, you can say, how can we help them? Yes, we can help them by giving money. We can collect money to get their house repaired or reconstructed. We can collect money to get their house repaired or reconstructed. Okay? Yes, we can give money to get their house repaired or reconstructed, and we can also give a place for shelter till they find another place to get shelter. We can guide them to leave a place till they find another place for their shelter. Okay, so what we have done, what we have studied in this first lesson is need for a shelter. Everyone needed a shelter. We need a shelter because it gives us shelter, or it is a place, our home is a place which gives us shelter, or which is a safe place and a comfortable place. It protects us from the weather condition and wild animals. We can live in our houses with our loved ones, and we can sleep there, we can eat together, we can take bath, we can cook, and we can sleep and in that safe place. This is a safe place to cook food and sleep and eat, or we can live with our loved ones in a home. So everyone need a home for shelter. It gives us shelter from rain, heat and cold, and also protect us from wild animals. If anyone don't have shelter, how can we help? We can help them to collect money. We can collect money to get their house repaired or reconstructed. Okay, I hope you understood this first lesson. Okay, we are going to take next part, next lesson from this blog, lesson 2. Different type of houses. Lesson 2. Different type of houses. Type of houses. Our aim of this lesson is to explain the differences between the different houses. Differences between the different houses. Okay, let us start our next lesson from this block is different type of houses. Our aim is to explain the difference between different type of houses or different houses. Okay, we know that there are different kind of houses. What kind of houses do you live? Yes, everyone's house are different. Someone are living in bungalows and someone are living in small houses. There are different kinds of houses. Today we will look the pictures of the different houses and we can identify what are the type of houses. Okay? What are the different type of houses we can live? All of you take your content book. There are some pictures we can look at. After that we can discuss what are the different type of houses. Okay, listen. This page number 21. Page number 21. There are some pictures of houses. All of you listen that pictures. Okay. There are different houses. What are the different type of houses? How many houses are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What are the different type of houses you can see in this picture? What are the different type of houses you can see in this picture? Yes, there are different type of houses. All of you look at the picture and say the answer, okay? Look at the picture carefully, then say the answer. What are the different type of houses you can see on it? Different houses. Different houses. What are the different type of houses? Yes, the first picture shows, what is the first picture? Yes, this is a hut. Hut. In our surrounding, we can see different type of houses, right? Some are big houses and some are small houses. And houses are different. Listen, next one. Yes, bungalow. Bungalow. Then, what is the third one? Third one, yes, houseboat. Houseboat. Third one is houseboat. Then, yes, fourth one. What is the fourth one? That blue color? Yes, tent. Tent. Then, fifth one, is it a vehicle? No, it's a type of house. Caravan. 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 Then, the last one, yes, you have studied in the last class. Yes, what is it? Igloo. Very good. This is an igloo. Igloo. So, we can see here different type of houses. Which are they? Which are they? Hut, bungalow, houseboat, tent, and a caravan. Tent and a caravan, igloo. These are the different kind of houses. How these houses are different? And how are these houses similar to each other or different to each other? All of you look at the picture carefully. Can you understand any differences? Yes, houses are different in size and shape. Houses can be different in shape and size. Different shape, size and different material. Different material is used to make. Different material. So, the houses are different. Different can be in shape. It based on difference in the house is based on its shape, its size and its what it is made of. All the houses, it's made of different materials, made up of different materials, and houses are different in size and shape. Houses are different in size and shape, and also used to make, different material is used to make the houses. Right? You got it? Okay. Then, what are the similarities? What are the similarities between these houses? Yes, what are the similarities? Yes, all the houses gives us same between these houses. What is the same? Difference, we know that shape, size, different materials used to make. Different materials used to make. Then what is the similarities? Same between these houses. Yes, some similarity. All the houses gives us shelter. All these hut, igloo, caravan, tent, houseboat and bungalow. All these houses gives us shelter. All house gives us shelter. All house gives us shelter. All this house gives us shelter, but they are in different shape, different size and different material is used to make. Where do we can find these houses? All the houses we can find in same place. Do we find these all houses in our own area? No. Do we find this hut, igloo in our area? No, we can't find this kind of houses in our neighborhood. Okay, where do we can find this kind of houses? First we can discuss about hut. Hut, where we can find the huts? Yes, huts we can find in villages. Huts are found in the villages. And bungalows. Do you know bungalows? Yes, bungalows. That means double story houses or multi-story. That flats also. Bungalows. Mostly we can find these bungalows in cities. We can find these bungalows in cities. What about houseboat? Mostly we can find this houseboat in the tourist places. Am I right? Yes, we can find it in Alappuzha, Kashmir, that kind of tourist place. That means we can find in Kerala and Kashmir. Kerala and Kashmir. We can find the houseboat in the tourist places like Kerala and Kashmir. Then tent. What is tent? What is tent? What is the difference between tent and other houses? Yes, tent is a temporary house. It made up of clothes. Mainly it made up of clothes. We can take this into another place. So it is a movable house. Tent is a movable house or temporary house. Temporary house. Tent is a temporary house. We can move it from one place to another. Then caravan. Caravan also movable. It has wheels. Caravan, movable house. Caravan is a movable house. It has wheels. It looks like a vehicle. If we want to go long distance places, we can go by this caravan. It is movable house. Then igloo. Igloo. Where we can find igloo? Yes. What is it made of? What is it made of? It is made of ice blocks. It made of ice blocks. So we can find it in the place covered with the snow. The place covered with the snow. Snow covered place. Snow covered place. We can find this in snow covered place. So in the last lesson, different type of houses what we have studied in the last lesson. We know that there are different kind of houses, right? Yes, there are different kind of houses that we have studied, which are the huts, bungalows, houseboat, tent, caravan, igloo. These are the different type of houses. Houses can be different in their shape, size and what they made of. Understand? Houses made with different materials and their shape and size also different. And these all houses have some similarities, right? What is the similarity? It's same, all the houses are same. That means all houses gives us shelter. It protects us from weather condition and it protects us from wild animals. Okay? So these all huts, villages, houseboat, this all kind of house we can find in different places. We can find it in different places. It depends the houses made, it depends upon the climate of the region. Huts mostly we can find in the villages, right? Then bungalows, it's mostly found in cities. And houseboat, it's in Kerala and Kashmir because these are the tourist places. Then tent, this is a temporary house or movable house. Caravan also movable house. We can use to travel long distance place. Then igloo, we can find it in snow covered place. Understand? Do you understand what are the difference between tent and other houses? What are the, can you say, we have discussed all these kind of houses, where we can find these houses and what are the differences between these houses. Can you say what are the difference between tent and other houses? What are the difference between tent and other houses? Yes, tent are temporary houses. But all other houses are fixed in one place. For example, huts are fixed in one place. And bungalows, it's also fixed in one place. Then houseboat can also move. Igloo, this fixed in one place. So tents are temporary house and other houses are fixed in one place. Okay, do you understand? I hope you understand two lessons, which are the shelter. Why we need shelter? We need shelter to protect us from weather condition and protect us from the wild animals. And second one, different type of houses. We know that there are different kind of houses we can see in different parts of our surrounding. We can see in our surrounding, or houses are different in shape, size. Differences are based on shape, size and what they made of. Houses have some similarity also. All the houses gives us shelter and shelter. gives us shelter. Then tents are temporary houses, others are fixed houses. Or let's move to, I will explain your workbook too. You have any difficulty to find this workbook, all of you take your workbook. I will read the question and explain the answer. All of you be careful. Okay? Did you take your workbook? Okay. Block 1, lesson 1 or S1, need for a shelter. All of you take your workbook. First question, tick the picture that show as proper shelter. Tick the picture that shows a proper shelter. Which gives us a proper shelter? There are two pictures. Which gives us proper shelter, first or second? Yes, second one. Then, do we all need a shelter? Do we all need a shelter? Second question, do we all need a shelter? Yes, we need a shelter. Give 2 reasons for your answer. It gives us shelter from, it protects us from animals, and it protects us from rain. It protects us from heat and cold. You can write here. Okay? Then third question, Barney's home gets destroyed in the flood. That we have read that story, Barney's home destroyed in the flood. What will happen if Barney and her family now? Barney's home got destroyed. Barney's family faced some difficulty to find another place to live. Okay, then next S2, all of you take S2, different type of houses. The first question, there are different type of houses, picture of the different type of houses given here. First question, write the name of the different type of houses shown in the picture. Look these pictures and write their name here. First question, in the given place you can write the name of each picture. A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Hutta, bungalow, caravan, tent, houseboat and igloo. Then next question, second question, choose 2 houses other than tent from question 1. Write 2 ways in which they are different from each other and in which they are similar. So you can write differences between the house. What are the differences that we can write here? Shape and size and what they made of. The materials they used to build are different. Then same, all the houses gives us shelter. All the houses gives us shelter. Then third question, how is this tent is same as other houses? How is tent is same as other houses? How is tent same as other houses? Here same is given here, you can write. It gives us, all the houses gives us shelter. And how is it different from other houses? How tent is different from other houses? How is it different from other houses? Yes, tents are temporary houses. Tents are temporary houses and it is movable houses. Other houses are fixed in one place. Okay, you got it? So, all of you complete your S1, S2. Your homework, do S1, S2. All of you complete. I read the question and answer. You have to do S1 and S2 and read your content book too. If you have any doubt again, you can contact me. Okay, everyone should come to live interaction session and you can ask any doubt you have. Okay, I hope you all understood. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next class.